who can punish them.
Fidel Castro was born on Friday the 13th, the unluckiest day of the year. But he would go on to be the luckiest man of all time, surviving 638 assassination attempts. And according to the New York Post, he slept with a rumored 35,000 women and never caught AIDS. Magic Johnson wishes he was this magic. Fidel Castro's dad, Angel, was a millionaire sugar baron that ran off with his maid, a bit like Hitler's old man, enjoying the forbidden fruit of the home. These dictators' parents banged their housekeepers even more than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
As a child, Fidel smashed in his teacher's windows because she bragged about her honeymoon to the USA, a trip his classmates would never afford.
I'm not the poor kid kid.
In righteous indignation, young Castro did more stoning than a Saudi on National Women's Day. Despite being a rich kid, young Fidel wrote a letter to the U.S. president.
My girlfriend Roosevelt, give me a $10 big green American.
Since he had not seen one yet. Adjusted for inflation, that's $215. What a classic commie. Always looking for a goddamn handout. He would then study at the elite Jesuit school of Cuba. In Ireland, we know the famous Jesuit motto well. Give me a child until he is 7, and I'll show you the man. Who's traumatized by sexual abuse. Castro would become a lawyer after college.
And I'm the law-talking guy.
Helping shape his deeply held convictions of truth, justice, and how to keep a promise.
There's the truth and the truth.
For example, upon release from prison and under agreement not to take up arms against the Cuban regime, he would immediately travel to Mexico, buy guns, and take up arms against the Cuban regime. After overthrowing the regime, in '59, Castro would travel to America with the promise that Cuba would not become a communist state. He would immediately turn Cuba into the first communist state in the Western Hemisphere. Also in '59, he said,
I am not a dictator. I do not think I will become one. I will not maintain power with a machine gun.
He would stay in power for almost 50 years as a dictator, maintaining his power with a machine gun. At the start of El Revolucion, he would put tens of thousands of homosexuals in prison work camps, where a great many would die. He was the worst thing to happen to the Caribbean gay scene until Buju Banton. It's ironic that the Caribbean can love homophobia and Mardi Gras in equal measure, since Mardi Gras looks like Pride Festival's origin story. In a move nobody saw coming, a spoiled left-wing hippie prattling on about personal injustice at the UN would drag 2 world superpowers to the brink of nuclear war. Thankfully, that could never happen today.
How dare you! You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
But Fidel wasn't all bad. He did back Nelson Mandela while the West was cozying up to apartheid South Africa. I guess you could say he was the embodiment of the song We Are the World by Michael Jackson and co. Thank God he didn't nuke at that time. Castro considered himself a quotable orator of historic proportions. However, I could only find 2 examples.
A revolution is a struggle to the death between the future and the past.
But then again, so is breathing. It's the kind of shit that might sound profound after you've eaten an edible at Burning Man.
I literally just saw myself in third person turn into a goddamn table.
Any lessons learned from this?
Don't take too much ketamine, man.
Cuba has the cleanest, the most educated prostitutes in the world.
Nice.
I guess that leaves Madonna out of a job.
God damn it, man. You done made me hurt my dick hand.
Fidel Castro did well for a lawyer from Cuba. Despite his struggles and less than truthful relations with the U.S., but then again, America also lied when they claimed not to assassinate foreign heads of state. while trying to assassinate Castro 638 times. They used such nefarious plots as an exploding cigar, poisoned ice cream, and killer scuba gear. They would eventually succeed by allowing him to live long enough to die of old age at 90.
Kill me, goddammit!
The end.